Welcome back, everybody. Another day in the shop. We're just going to do a little bit of maintenance and tuning today. A lot of stuff coming up on the channel. I know it's been a long time since I did an upload, but go ahead and hit that subscribe because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up with this go-kart here. But like I said, we're back in the shop again today, working on a couple things. One of those things is I did an oil change on it, even though you can't tell because it's already black again. But that's just the way it goes with these diesel engines. So what I got going on here, and I messed up, I shouldn't have refilled it with new oil until I did this, but anyways, here we are. So right now I've got the high pressure fuel pump pulled out and the injector is also pulled out. So for anybody who knows anything about these engines, feel free to give me some advice because I'm thinking about pulling the side of the engine off there to get a little bit more access inside of here. Obviously that right there is the cam that runs the fuel pump, but there's a governor back there also that controls how much that little lever there, I don't know if it wants to focus, not really, but the little lever right there is what moves it. See if I can't get it to focus a little bit. This guy right here controls the amount of fuel that this fuel pump actually sends. So the governor controls this and it's got it governed. It doesn't move all the way back and forth. This is based off of other videos that I've seen. I haven't opened it up yet on the inside to actually look myself. But can I remove the governor to get all the fuel pressure I can out of this? Anyways, with the injector out, I'm not going to really do anything special to it. But with the fuel pump, it's got these 3 gaskets and they stack on top of each other just like this. But they're not all the same thickness. This is the thickest one, that one's super thin, and this one's like a medium size. So that's how they stack up, and I've heard online you can remove one, and I'm just gonna put the bigger one in, leave these 2 out, and hopefully I don't leak like crazy, even though it already has been, so I don't think it's gonna be much of a difference there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put one of these in, this guy back in, leave these 2 out, and see if that increases our fuel pressure and see if we get any noticeable change in power. Alright everybody, welcome back. We got the go-kart out here after working on some of those modifications yesterday. So after pulling out the some of the spacers there for this high pressure fuel pump, it definitely is a lot more clacky when it's idling. So I'll fire it up here and show you guys what that's like. After this video has already been filmed, but I just wanted to touch on a couple things that we're seeing in this video. So we removed 2 out of the 3 gaskets going to that high pressure fuel pump, and you can now see that the amount of black smoke has increased substantially, and I'm not exactly sure what to do in the next step. Do we go ahead and try to increase the airflow going into the intake to potentially create some sort of boost,
And if that's the case, I'm not exactly sure how to do that, especially knowing how much air is actually going to be required to create anything like that to offset the amount of fuel that's being sent. And then the other thing that I noticed when I did this modification to the engine was it does not seem to pick up like it used to, and I'm not even sure that it's hitting its top RPMs in this setup. It used to go quite a bit faster, even uphill and stuff like that, whereas now it just kind of blows a bunch of smoke and just kind of chugs up the hill. It'll still go and it will still make it, like there's still plenty of torque. It's just not getting the high end that it used to. And I think that has something to do with it's not getting enough air now. It's being overfueled to the point where it's not reaching those higher RPMs and getting that peak efficiency that maybe it used to kind of touch at when all the conditions were perfect. So I'm just going to continue to play around with this engine, continue to create different modifications, get it to the point where I'm thinking it's at its peak efficiency, or at least as close to that as I can get without doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas or suggestions on things to try. Or if you have one of these engines and you have been able to get more power out of it or create some sort of boost with some sort of turbo setup, whether it be an electric turbo or an actual turbo. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned because we got a lot more stuff like this coming up. And we'll see you later.